Excuse me.
What's up, YouTube? Time to get back into this Madden. Play a few games with y'all. In my return, let's get it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews 87 yards. And the Ravens march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends and wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs, they just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Play action. It's Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. He went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. First carry for DeAndre Swift. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down throw. Goff. The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now it's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Rolling to his right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Flush to his right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect it with his legs for that first down pickup.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 19-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Odafe Owe in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill right through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the slant, this is Chark. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Killing me right now.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60%.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adafe Owe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the running game with Swift. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jared Goff with a connection to T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions are able to at least get one score back. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Let's go.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Jackson now. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to get this down near the 25. play action. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Play action. It's Goff. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over Joe and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Harris able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, open man right side is St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Goff on third down. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Davis, he'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Jackson. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened.
Good game.
Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, Enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
I tried. I just had a bad start from the beginning. I couldn't make no comeback. Dang. Good game. That was a good game. First half was just rocky, but after that, let's run that back. What's up?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions.
Let's go.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Ford Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
What up?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. That swung out wide to Sanders. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got it first.
Facing second and short, and that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They try to set up the screen. Nearly disaster, but it's incomplete.
Got a little scared over there.
Working, almost intercepted at second down. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 26 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Good mix-up, bro. Good one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback...
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They don't contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Goff now looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To about the 35, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they wouldn't move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0, our score. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And some room to run now. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And you can see the total distance traveled there at even 70 yards.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
What you said, man?
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Let's get it.
Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
A good 1st half, bro. Good stuff.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of 1st halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff now to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Goff finding Hockenson there for the Lion first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Swift going to try up the middle. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Play action. It's gone. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 40 yards. And the Lions are back within a score. Seibert on for the PAT.
Oh, we back in it now. Let's go.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game,
They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that can overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Second down, back to Sanders. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. They're going to look to throw.
Let's go.
And he takes a
Let's
shot
go.
on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out.
Ooh.
Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offense.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Back to throw, gone. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. There's gone.
Oh.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Kaiser White.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Sanders. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. And that's a nice job to chip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, gone. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now Goff on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several. And now here is another interception. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play fake for Swift, now Goff. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Would it be Frank Cini? This is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower.
All right, just wanted to get a few games in. We're going to be back online and streaming from 8 to 10 Monday through Friday Eastern Standard Time. Come in and join us. Again, that's from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. It's glad to be back.